Throwing out the first pitch had to be a thrill for you.
Oh, I was looking forward to this moment for a long, long time, ever since I heard I was going to be out in Wrigley Field. It was quite a thrill.
How's the ballpark look to you today?
Oh, just beautiful. I just can't wait for the baseball season to start, Steve.
Nice play by Sanchez for the first out of the inning.
Well, the regular players are here, regular baseball is here, and the Cubs are in first place. Can you have it any better than that?
Oh, you couldn't write a better script than that, Steve. I just hope they keep up the good work.
Well, Andy, can you believe it's been since 1945, the 50th anniversary of the last Cub World Series?
Isn't that amazing? I thought maybe somewhere along the line the Cubs would win one along the way. But hopefully this is the year. I think the players are enthused. The fans, I hope the fans keep coming back and support these guys. They can't play in front of a better fans than the fans of Chicago. They deserve a pennant, and hopefully this is the year.
Well, Andy, the guys in the booth certainly are enthused, and there you are throwing out the first pitch, and you don't look like you lost a thing.
Well, I think I did.
Well, it's good to see you, Andy, and stop up anytime.
Thanks a million. Nice to see you guys. Keep up the good work.
Continued success. Andy Pafko, always a real pleasure. Stops to the Cubs convention every year and comes to the ballpark occasionally during the summertime. 1-2 to Wilfredo Cordero. Fletcher grounded out to Ray Sanchez to open the inning. 13 straight batters set down by Kevin Foster since a leadoff home run by Rondell White.
That's a play again by Ray Sanchez going to his left. Fletcher does not run particularly well, and Ray has a little time, and he throws him out. And the streak continues for young Kevin Foster, who's throwing brilliantly today.
And the streak is over. Base hit center field by Wilfredo Cordero. Only the second hit, only the second base runner for Montreal against the Evanston, Illinois native, who last year posted a .289 ERA after being brought up.
Well, I thought last year Kevin Foster threw the ball exceptionally well, Tommy, and I think he surprised a lot of people with that straight change. I felt this year, if he could work on another pitch, either some sort of curveball or slider that he could get over the plate early in the count, that rising fastball that he throws and the changeup would be that much better. And today I think we're seeing a young pitcher who's just starting to come into his own, and he looks like he's going to be a mainstay in the rotation for the Cubs.
Mike Lansing now the batter. And he looks at a pitch high. Of course, Felipe Alou, it's been told many times before, the man directly responsible for Kevin Foster being a pitcher. He was a position player under Alou in his managing days down in West Palm Beach, and Alou suggested he think about going to the mound. And Foster owes his entire career, and will comfortably tell you that, to the Montreal manager. The 1-0. Ball two.
It's a pretty good player in Mike Lansing. He doesn't have a whole lot of power. He does the little things that usually help you win a game. He'll make some contact, give you a pretty decent speed, and a better than adequate second baseman.
Two and 0 to Lansing, and there's ball three. Well, Felipe Alou has gone on record as saying that despite the fact that Grissom is gone, Walker is gone, Delino DeShields left a year ago, he thinks this is the fastest Expo team he has managed. And Lansing a big part of that. 3-1.
Well, Cordero is not one of the faster members of the team, but we'll see if Felipe Alou, who at times will turn into a very aggressive manager, decides to send him here.
Three balls and a strike to Lansing. Cordero goes, and a pitch is grounded foul, just foul down the third base line, not by much.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Chicago National League Ball Club, which has a right of approval of the announcers and is intended solely for the private non-commercial use of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Chicago National League Ball Club is prohibited.
Jim Riggleman, still unbeaten, is manager of the Chicago Cubs. A huge start to the season. with 2 wins in Cincinnati. Runner goes on a 3-2, and it's strike 3. Throw down to second, and Cordero is out. And Lansing fuming with Joe Padilla, the home plate umpire, about that call. Strike him out, throw him out, double play, 1 hit, none left. And we'll take one more look as we go to break. After 4 1/2, a 3-1 Cub lead.
Auto Show concept cars. Cars with exciting features like supercharged engines. Finally, someone's built one for you. Introducing the 1995 Riviera with an available supercharged engine that breathes deep for maximum power. It's amazing what a breath of fresh air can do. The all-new Riviera by Buick. What a concept.
Bud. Wise. Bud. Bud. Wise. Bud. Bud. Wise. Bud. Wise. Bud. Bud. Wise. Bud. Wise. Bud. Wise. Bud. Wise.
Maybe it's the water, or something in the air that gives people here that thing we call common sense. You can see it in their faces, and the things they do, like going to 76 for their gasoline. It's the same quality the winners at NASCAR depend on. And people figure if it can satisfy the demands of racing, think what it can do for their cars. And that makes sense, which around here comes as no surprise. 76, go with the spirit.
If a Cub hits a homer today, write down the distance, date, and your name and send it to WGN. You could win a pair of round-trip tickets from Southwest, the low-fare airline.
Tom Brennan and Steve Stone, our entire WGN Channel 9 crew back at Wrigley Field, Chicago. Great to see all the men and women that are with us every day during the summertime, bringing you big league baseball. There's a bunt of the third base line. It'll stay fair. And Sanchez, a bunt single to open the bottom of the 5th.
From the Southwest Plainview camera, we'll take a look at how the inning ended. A called strike 3 and a bullet of a throw by Rick Wilkins. That's a strike him out, throw him out into the double play, and no chance at all for Cordero to beat it. And there's a look at the Southwest Airlines Plainview camera. Great bunt by Ray Sanchez. He records his 2nd hit of the day.
New Montreal pitcher is right-hander Curt Schmidt. And there's a pitch down low, 1-0 to Mark Grace.
This is Schmidt's first outing of the year. But last year, what a year he had. At Harrisburg, 6-2, a minuscule 1.88 ERA in 53 games. He did have 5 saves, so he was used in the middle quite a bit. He's got good control, and as you can see, he wheels from the side. Should be mighty tough on the right-handers, but the left-handers should get a pretty good look at him.
Grace is line to left, double, tried to turn it into a triple, and it took a perfect throw from the second baseman Mike Lansing in shallow center field to gun him down. For Schmidt, only his 4th year of professional baseball, and here he is in the major leagues. There's a strike on the outside corner. Well, it is scary when you look up and down some of the numbers and the prospects in this Montreal farm system. They do it better than anybody else.
And you realize the fact, Tommy, that they've lost so many of their fine players, either by necessity of trade for economic reasons or through free agency. Larry Walker, great player. Certainly going to be a big factor with the Rockies. They had to trade Wetland. They had to trade Grissom. They had to trade Hill. And yet they're still loaded with fine young players.
And to give you an idea of the equivalent, if we were talking about the Cubs, imagine, if you would, Sammy Sosa, Mark Grace, Randy Myers, and Steve Traxel being taken off of this team, nobody would be picking the Chicago Cubs for a wild card slot in the playoffs. Many believe Montreal still has the horses to qualify. On the ground, should be 2. Tag, throw, double play.
Well, we talked to you about the heads-up play of Mike Lansing, and here's a pretty good example of it. Puts the tag right on Ray Sanchez and then easily gets it across the double Mark Grace.
Two down, nobody on, and here's Sammy. He hit a 2-run home run to straightaway center field in the first inning. Bounce to Lansing his next time up.
You'd have to think that Curt Schmidt would be mighty tough on the right-hand hitters.
Sammy doesn't get cheated, does he?
No, he's going to air it out on just about every swing. His philosophy very simple. Tommy, you swing hard every time, maybe you hit something, and when you do, it goes a long way, as we saw earlier today.
1 ball and 1 strike on Sosa. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Cubs 3, Montreal 1. In the air and playable. Roberto Kelly in straightaway center field comes in, makes a grab to retire the side. A hit, nobody left. We go to the 6th, home opener at Wrigley Field, Chicago. The home team leads by 2.
Next on Vanishing Son, Russell Wong finds an old love.
I feel death, Jean-Marc. You do too.
No, he's caught in the crossfire of a gang war.
You are my assassin. No insult's worth a life.
Ain't my life I gotta worry about.
He must do the forbidden.
Will you train me? You don't train to kill, you train to die.
On the next Vanishing Son, Sunday at 7 on WGN Channel 9.
On average, you drive about 500 hours a year. That's like 21 straight days. Days and nights. And that's the reason for the all-new interior of the new Regal for $1995. 21 days. In most imports, that could be like a sentence. In the Buick Regal, it's more like a 3-week vacation.
You'll spot Forever storm doors in neighborhoods all across America, looking right at home on a stately brick Tudor or a Dutch Colonial. And from the moment you open a Forever storm door, you'll understand why so many families choose them. Quality like no other, guaranteed to last season to season, year to year. There's a Forever storm door style and color just right for your home. Call for a free brochure. Forever by Emco, the world's finest storm doors.
Hi, I'm Ernie Baggs. It's a beautiful day. Let's play 2. Oh, let's play 1. Let's just play. Come on, let's play.
3-1 ball game. Cubs leading Montreal at the end of 5. Kevin Foster has only allowed 2 hits. A leadoff home run to Rondell White, and then a 5th inning single by Wilfredo Cordero. Shane Andrews, a strikeout victim back in the 3rd, looks at ball 1. A lot of families in attendance here today as it goes to 2-0. And Mother Nature has been quite cooperative today, Mr. Stone. Not that you had anything to do with that.
Hopefully as cooperative as tomorrow, Tommy, but it doesn't look that way. But we might be able to get that one in. It's supposed to be a few showers.
If I were you, I'd be out on the streets right after the old ball game at Bozo Balls tomorrow night, you know.
Yes, it is. Running out of time. My back is against the wall, so to speak.
Yes, it is. 3-1.
Lou Fraser in the on-deck circle, and Reed Cornelius throwing in the bullpen. And Kevin Foster rolling right along to this point.
Hit well to deep left center field, and this ball is long gone. Shane Andrews, his second home run of the season. And the lead is down to 1. Cubs 3, Expos 2. They've been talking about this guy, Stoney, for a long time.
Well, we told you about the strength of Shane Andrews. He wasn't supposed to get any starts because Sean Berry, the incumbent at third base, was supposed to get a whole lot of playing time. But Sean Berry hurt himself. Shane Andrews has had an opportunity, and he takes it way back. This is a high fastball. This one about head high. And Andrews still able to get enough of it to take it over the back screen. So now Fergie Jenkins out to talk with Kevin Foster as he's seen his lead shrink to 1. And the bullpen up and going for the Cubs.
So Andrews plays long ball, and it's a 1-run Cub lead. You see Larry Cassian, the left-hander, Mike Walker, the right-hander, beginning to warm up. So now Lou Frazier will be sent up by Felipe Alou to pinch hit for Curt Schmidt. Frazier, a speedy outfielder, and thus tucked in on the corners, but a first pitch ground ball to Sanchez and a quick out. 1 down in the Montreal 6th.
Now, Rondell White has had a couple of very good swings at Kevin Foster. We told you about the leadoff home run, but in the 3rd inning he got one just off the end of the bat and almost hit that one out. So Foster's going to have to make an adjustment because Rondell White apparently is seeing him pretty well, and there is a vintage Cub fan enjoying this one.
One out, 1 in. 1-0 to Rondell White. Wave through that pitch. 1-1. Remind you later tonight on GN, it's more Chuck Norris action. Tonight Chuck gives up his guns in order to use more deadlier weapons, his hands. David Carradine co-stars in Lone Wolf McQuaid, one of Stoney's all-time favorites. Lone Wolf McQuaid tonight at 11:30 on WGN Channel 9.
Good straight change, and that one catching the inside part of the plate, having White well out ahead of it. So he's hit a couple of fastballs, and this time Foster has moved to the slider and the straight change.
2-2 to Rondell White. Ball 3, and you don't want to walk him. Oh, be careful there. Those are on the way up to the booth. Wait a minute. Little help. Well done. Hat in the air to right center field. Sammy at the track has room to make the play. 2 down.
I would think that if Jim Riggleman could get 6 innings out of Kevin Foster, that should be about it. He's showing signs of tiring in this inning. Some of the same pitches that he got away with earlier as far as high fastballs have lost that little bit of zip that you really need to get it by the hitters. So let's see if he can get by Floyd. He's at the 72 pitch mark. Get by Floyd and get out of here.
Cliff Floyd today has fouled out to Steve Buechele and then hit a hard 1-hopper. Foster made a nice play to glove to his left and then threw him out. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Floyd, a local product, and because of his size and the fact that he swings from the left side and is a first baseman, the obvious comparisons to Willie McCovey were forthcoming when he first came into the league. At this point in time, he doesn't pull the ball near like the big man pulled it, but who knows, he's still a very young hitter. Mostly he's been hitting the ball to left and left center field. Steve Buechele well off the line, and we've seen Cliff Floyd go down that left field line many a time.
Not many are going to pull it like Willie Mack.
No, he could really hit him, and he was a dead pull hitter almost from the get-go when he came up with San Francisco. It's a few of the things you don't see anyplace else, but you see here at Wrigley Field, watching the game from inside the scoreboard.
And there the numbers add up to a 3-2 Cub lead here in the 6th inning. 1-2 to Floyd, and he takes Hine away. Roberto Kelly would be next. Foster trying to end the 6th right here, and Floyd stays alive by fouling it back. Apparently Foster is not going to throw him a fastball.
Well, you can get one up above the belt and in on his hands if you choose to go there. You don't want him extending those arms, however.
Struck him out on a pitch high and away. 1 run, 1 hit. Andrews the solo shot to left center. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Cubs lead is 3-2.
Chicago Cubs baseball on WGN is brought to you by Pepsi. Nothing else is a Pepsi.
American families have made their choice. Once again, they've chosen the Buick LeSabre as Family Circle magazine's Family Car of the Year for reasons like safety, dependability, performance, and style. American families chose LeSabre as Family Car of the Year over every other sedan, foreign or domestic. Buick LeSabre, the American family car.
Bud.
A 3-2 ball game. Cubs leading Montreal. Felipe Alou going to his bullpen once again. He'll bring on right-hander Jeff Shaw.
Shaw's had one outing this year. He pitched an inning and 2/3, gave up a couple of hit and a run. 6'2", 200 pounds, and last year at Montreal, pretty solid season, 5-2. Had an ERA just under 4 in 46 appearances. He was used in the middle as John Wetland was all everything out of the bullpen, along with Mel Rojas, who is now taking his place with the departure of Wetland to the New York Yankees. And there's a look at the numbers on Jeff Shaw.
Well, with that winning record, it was the first in the first major league season for Jeff Shaw as Dunston waves through the pitch, 1-1. Dunston has struck out, singled, and scored today. 1-1 delivery. And Sean has his second hit of the game. I would like to remind you that here's your chance to see Wrigley Field like never before. Saturday, May the 20th. Cubs will be conducting exclusive tours of the friendly confines. You'll go in the Cubs clubhouse, visitors clubhouse, the dugouts on the field, press box, and much more. Tickets just $10 a person, and all proceeds benefit Cubs Care. To charge your tickets by phone, 312-831-CUBS. And for more information, 312-404 Cubs, a number to dial.
Sean O'Meter is at 250, and Tommy, Sean didn't go down to first base with his usual gusto. I'm wondering if that groin problem is giving him a little difficulty. He really aired it out last time on Steve Buechele's double and later scored. So Dunston looked like he might be favoring that leg somewhat.
Sean spent a lot of time hitting off a tee before the game today, trying to iron out what has been a sluggish start. He missed so many games in spring training because of that groin injury.
Well, looks like the stroke is coming back because he swung the bat pretty well here this afternoon.
Shaw delivers, and Buechele hits one to straightaway center field. Roberto Kelly is there, and Dunston back to first, one away.
Another man who was swinging the bat very well is Rick Wilkins. And he's got a couple of hits off left-handers, Tommy. And as you know, last year, left-handers were the bane of his existence, hitting 154. But this year, he seems to have turned things around.
Well, he faced Tony Muser a great deal in Arizona during batting practice. Muser, the Cubs' third base coach, throws left-handed. And he came a lot from three-quarters down on the side, so Rick could, see the various angles it might be coming from when we start the regular season, and apparently it's paid off.
And when Houston comes in, if Tony would oblige by starting one of those games, Rick would probably do pretty well.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen either.
1-0 to Wilkins. And it's on the ground off the glove of Shaw, and it still turns in to a double play. So 1-6-4-3. And the inning comes to an end. A hit. And nobody left. Terry returns in the seventh. Through 6. Cubs 3. Montreal 2.
When you're flying the low-fare airline, you're flying with Southwest. You gotta fly out to see the honey, or maybe close a big business deal. But you don't wanna spend so much money that you can't afford your next meal. We will fly you right to your city. You'll be laughing all the way there. There'll be money left in the kitty, cause you've paid the lowest fare. We're not a low-fare airline, we're the low-fare airline. Little word, big difference. Pop-a-dop. There's a place where lovers go to cry their troubles away, and they call it Lonesome Town, where the hearts stay. Yes! You can buy a dream.
Park Avenue Ultra. Not only has it restored people's faith in the quality of American luxury cars, but it has a way of rejuvenating the soul as well.
A participating advertiser in Cubs baseball from coast to coast is CarQuest Auto Parts Stores, offering a great selection of top quality parts for cars, trucks, and tractors, including imports. Call 1-800-492-PART.
Belushi, Eckrich. The Blues have never been so funny. It's the Blues Brothers. Saturday night at 7 on WGN.
Harry Carey with Steve Stone and Tom Brenneman. Boy, we got another great ball game.
Well, we've had 3 of them, Harry. They've all been good, and this one, an exciting one for the fans who turned out today.
Got to hold on to a 1-run lead as we go top of the 7th. Dennis Fitzsimons is on hand. I saw Jim Dowdle a little earlier. Hey, there's Bill Bartholomew of the Braves and Andy McPhail sitting in front of him. There's Andy and his lovely wife. Leading it off. Top of the 7th.
Mike Walker is in the ball game, and it's his job to preserve the 1-run lead left to him by Kevin Foster. There you look at the numbers last year at Iowa. Walker threw the ball pretty well.
Swung, and he struck him out. Kelly goes down swinging. Did they make a double switch when they brought in Walker?
They put Tuffy Rhodes into left field, so a flip-flop batting order for Jim Riggleman. And Walker has to go right through the middle of the order. Kelly, Alou, and Fletcher.
Well, Walker did a wonderful job in Cincinnati. 1 out. And Lou fouls off the first pitch. He had 339 with 22 homers a year ago.
You know, Harry, I know they've got some good young players here in Montreal, but it certainly is a lot more comfortable facing this team without Grissom and Walker in the starting lineup every day.
He didn't need to swing. He checked it, but he hit a ground ball. And Grace, a nice play at first base. Had to shift his feet, and the throw was in on the runner, but Grace handled it very well.
This one almost hits Alou going down the line, and Mark Grace, you see him shifting there and getting the ball just ahead of Moises Alou as he goes down the line. Good play by Grace.
Mike Walker, out of Chicago, now lives in Brooksville, Florida. He'll be 29 years old in October. There's a smash on the ground, base hit. Darren Fletcher singles to center. And here's Will Cordero, and you got to be careful here. This guy can hit the long ball. Well, Brendan, our grandson Brendan, we got a pinch runner coming in for Fletcher. Jeff Foundell, John Dell, is the pinch runner representing the tying run at first. Well, Brendan, be sure to listen. So you learn, take me out to the ball game at the end of this half inning. There's a strike call.
Cordero hit 15 home runs last year. And bear in mind, it was 1, an abbreviated season, and 2, a very difficult place to hit home runs in Montreal. So this young man does have some power, and Walker will have to respect it. The wind not much of a factor, and it's a very lively ballpark today.
Now the pitch. There goes a runner. There's a throw. Ow! The ball bounced, but Sanchez made a fine play to end the inning. And so no runs, 1 hit, nobody left. We go into the bottom of the 7th. And the score, the Cubs 3 and Montreal 2. Good to see you all here. Let me hear you. Brendan, listen. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take. I don't care if I ever get back. Oh, it's root. It's a shame for it. Around at the old ball game. Hey!
We're very fortunate to have such a wonderful family.
After his operation, his body was like twice the normal size. He was on this respirator for 3 weeks. It was kind of lonely around here.
I got Aflac through our company. The owner of the company felt that we should have it. It turned out fabulous.
Aflac covers the unexpected costs of getting better so you can get on with life.
Everything worked out wonderful.
Tough guy. Chuck Norris is Lone Wolf McQuade. Tonight at 11:30 on WGN Channel 9.
Harry Carey back at Wrigley Field. Mike Walker, the Cub pitcher. Now we have Shaw pitching to Tuffy Rhodes, who on a sacrifice bunt turned the game around yesterday. They made a wild throw. Tim Laker now replaces Darren Fletcher behind the plate. Fletcher left for a pinch runner. Watch this play by Sanchez on the stolen base. The throw is not good. Right on the pickup, came up with one hand and tagged him out. High pop fly on the infield. The shortstop Cordero makes the catch, one away. I think Tuffy had visions of the past on this opening day. A year ago, he had his 3 home runs his first 3 times at bat. You can see him really swinging harder today, which is not a good idea. Mike Walker leading off. The home runs will come if you just take your normal swing. Hey, how about that? Good? Good. There's a bouncing ball. That is easy. Cordero, good play. And Walker's retired. And with 2 away, Brian Mcrae. Walker.
It's a precarious lead for the Cubs at just 1 run, and this Expo team has so much speed that you'd like to expand that if you could.
$32,909 here today. That will include all the tickets sold. There's some empty seats around here. Capacity is 37,000. Whoa! A line drive by Mcrae. He's racing for second, and he makes it. Boy, a line drive off of Shaw's body or hand or glove or something. It was deflected over towards the second baseman, who dived for the ball, and only a man of Mcrae's speed could have made second base. Watch this.
Now, can you believe a ball would carry him off the pitcher and you could still get a double on it? Well, Brian Mcrae does just that. He accelerates between first and second. Tremendous speed, good base running by Mcrae, and he winds up in scoring position. Shaw is okay, but a rocket hit right back at him.
Here's Sanchez, who's had another great day. 2 out of 3. A safe bunt and a line single. Sanchez is 6 out of 13. He's hitting better. There goes Mcrae. He's going to steal. It throws it in the left field. And he steals third and scores on the wild throw by Tim Laker. How about them Cubbies?
It's got to go as a stolen base, because it didn't look to me like Andrews got to the bag near in time, and then Tim Laker threw it into left field. So the speed of Brian Mcrae just got the Cubs an insurance run. And watch it again. Andrews was well back at third. Mcrae took off, and you can see he's probably going to steal third base easily, but this one sails into left.
Boy, that's why you're going to love this Mcrae, fans. He does it all. He's an exciting ball player. Great speed, hits from both sides. Great fielder, outstanding arm. Cubs have out-hit the Expos 10-4.
Watch it again from the left field camera, and the throw by Tim Laker just sails high and away from Andrews. And Mcrae is off to the races.
There's a high fly hit deep to center, but it's going to be caught. Roberto Kelly has it to retire the side. 1 run one hit. No errors, nobody left. At the end of 7, the Cubs are ahead 4-2.
To soothe athlete's foot, Desinex does it. But to cure athlete's foot, Desinex does it. Only Desinex has UDA to both soothe the discomfort and kill the fungus. To soothe and cure, Desinex does it all.
Why did the Whopper beat the Big Mac and Wendy's single in taste tests? The Whopper from Burger King is flame broiled. It tastes like it's hot off the barbecue. And that makes people happy. Did you ever see sad people sitting around a barbecue? Never.
Come in and ask for the winning Whopper and get it for just 99 cents, only at Burger King.
As sure as the sun will rise across America, the families that travel will have one common need: to be safe. So it's no surprise that America's favorite full-size car has also been honored for safety. That's according to Prevention Magazine, which gave LeSabre the Safe Car Achievement Award in the full-size category. Buick LeSabre, the American family car.
Making it to the pros takes a certain level of excellence, the experience to get the job done right, and a reputation for quality. Like AC firing spark plugs from CarQuest. AC spark plugs heat fast and fire hot, improving your car's performance. AC gives you the spark you need all season long. So for the best possible performance, install what the pros install. CarQuest. Welcome to the pros.
It's Sears Days. Through Saturday, get the lowest prices ever on great brand name tires. Select Michelin, Bridgestone, Guardsman Plus, and more. Save from 5 to 30% only at Sears.
Come and save so many ways at Sears Days.
Harry Carey back at Wrigley Field. Mike Walker on the hill. Will Cordero with a count of ball 1. There's a drive, left field, base hit. Oh, it rolls right through Tuffy Rhodes' legs, and it'll be a hit and an error. And now they have the tying run in scoring position.
Seemingly easy play, and Tuffy Rhodes lets it go through his legs. So Mike Walker now in a jam with Cordero at second base, and that insurance run came in very handy.
Here's Lansing now, the tying run at the plate. They have a man in scoring position.
Hickerson and Perez throwing in the bullpen for the Cubs. And with 14 pitchers, you can make a lot of moves if you're Jim Riggleman.
Lansing, tough little hitter. Nothing out of 2 so far. There's a strike call, a slider. Hey, Chicago Florsheim Shoe Shops. And the Chicago Cubs will make you a $10 wager that the Cubs will win today's game. They lead 4-2. Now the pitch swung on ground ball. The runner will advance to third, but Lansing is retired. Cubs still leading by 2 runs. You know, the tying run still at the plate. And Shane Andrews, who homered in the 6th, is coming up. When the Cubs win on today, visit the nearest Florsheim location this weekend and say Cubs win and get a $10 discount on regularly priced Florsheim casual shoes. When the Cubs win, you win too with Florsheim casual shoes. One out, a runner at third, Mike Walker.
Andrews is very strong, as he showed back in the 6th inning when he took a high fastball and took it way back, and the Cubs are going to concede the run to try to stay out of the big inning.
There's a drive. Look out. Might be out of here. Off the wall. Here goes Andrews down to second base with a double. Look at the little things. If Cordero's ball had been only a single, which it should have been, Lansing's ground ball would have been turned into a double play. There have been 2 out, nobody on base. As it is, because action is continued, a base hit by Andrews, a double, has made it a 4-3 ball game. That's Kevin Foster. He's a very, very interested spectator now.
And Tony Tarasco was named as the pinch hitter. And as soon as he was announced, it sent Jim Riggleman to the mound to bring in Brian Hickerson. So now the ball in the court of Felipe Alou as Walker exits. Hickerson enters.
All right, we'll be back with more following this announcement.
Hey, this is Elwood, and I want to talk to you about the blues. Essential Blues. 30 renowned recordings performed by the legendary artists who made them great.
Blues Guy, Elmore James, Lightning Hopkins, B.B. King, Jimmy Reed, Slim Harpo, Albert King, Sonny Boy Williamson, Howlin' Wolf, and John Lee Hooker. Boogie Chulo. This deluxe collection on 2 CDs or cassettes includes a 50-page booklet featuring rare photos and inside information on the masters of Blues Mojo.
Order now and get the limited edition House of Blues poster absolutely free. So crank up the driving wheel on your Bluesmobile. Get Essential Blues today.
Only $24.95 for cassettes, $29.95 for CDs. Order now.
To order Essential Blues, call 1-800-989-8855 or send $24.95 for cassettes or $29.95 for CDs, plus $4.50 shipping to Essential Blues, P.O. Box 7008, Department N, Tarzana, California.
Ecstasy on the field. With the bases loaded, nobody out. He struck out Mike Schmidt, swinging. Chris James, swinging. Rail, swinging. And wins the ball game. That was a nostalgic piece of Cub baseball. Who won't forget the wild thing, filling the bases and then striking out the next 3 men in a row. Hickerson. And this is the new hitter will be Gruz Elunek. Now let me tell you how he spells it. I think Steve told you earlier. Grudziel-Anek. Now I told you I was going to pronounce it backwards. Spelled backwards, that name comes out canalized drug. Canalized drug.
There you go. And there's father and son looking on as Mark Grudziel-Anek comes on after a big year at Harrisburg where he hit .322, stole 32 bases, drove in 66 runs, and this young man can play. He is one of the bright spots in the organization, and he's facing Brian Hickerson.
Hickerson's first pitch, a strike, a slider. The error by Tuffy Rhodes changed the inning completely. The tying run now is at second base. Grudziel-Anek, the right-handed pinch hitter, swings and he misses. You know, yesterday Rhodes raced over in the left center and made a backhanded stop of a ball that if it rolled to the wall, Cincinnati would have won the game instead of eventually losing it. So things evened up. Now the pitch. 2 strikes. Bounces. There goes a runner to third. No play. A wild pitch by Hickerson.
Wilkins was able to keep the ball in front of him, but a heads-up base running play by Shane Andrews as he's able to make it to third. So now just a fly ball would tie up the game, and you see Wilkie blocking the ball well, but it caroms off the hitter.
Well, watch this. This is a big play. He struck him out to end make it 2 out. Grudziel-Anek goes down, call out on strike.
And now Mike Perez is going to come on to face Rondell White as you see Grudziel-Anek can't check his swing.
I'll bet you the first thing Riggleman says out there to Hickerson, nice job, kid. You did your job perfectly. Now I need Perez to get the right-hand hitter out, and we'll be back in a moment.
Into a town with no morals, writes the man with no name.
Sheriff, I don't know if I really like this town that much.
To stay alive, he has to be fast.
Faster than you'll ever live to be.
And he has to be tough.
Only problem you've got, Sheriff, is a short supply of guts.
Clint Eastwood.
What did you say your name was again?
I didn't.
High Plains Drifter. Saturday night at 10:30. On the next episode of...
Give me your hand!
Hercules?
Hercules, the legendary journeys.
Girls, wine, murder, mayhem.
What more do you want? Hercules comes face to face with the evil god of war.
You really ought to learn when to call it quits.
Kevin Sorbo is Hercules. Sunday at 6 on WGN Channel 9.
Well, it'll be up to Mike Perez, and he'll be facing Rondell White. Is scheduled to be up there. Let's see if he's going to hit or whether it'll be a pinch hitter.
Mike Perez looked pretty good in Cincinnati, where he picked up the save in relief of Jim Bullinger. He went 3 innings. He gave up a run. So this is second outing. Last year, a disastrous year for Perez, but he had some arm problems. This year he seems to be healthy, and he'll be facing the top of the order, and Rondell White has swung the bat very well today.
He's hit the ball hard all 3 times up. Now facing the right-hander, takes a pitch outside. Mike Perez. The tying run is at third, 2 men now out. There's a high fly ball. Mcrae is there to end the inning. And so Foster, a very relieved look on his face now. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error. Going in the bottom of the 8th, the Cubs still lead 4-3.
A participating advertiser on Cubs baseball is Aflac, insuring over 38 million people worldwide.
Concept cars. Those gorgeous cars built for auto shows. Wouldn't it feel great if they built one for you? Someone has. The all-new 1995 Riviera. A new world standard for structural integrity among prestige luxury coupes. Riviera by Buick. The concept car you can drive home.
Bud.
Okay, Smiths, first base. Belknap, home plate. Okay, let's hit the field.
Where does the whole neighborhood go when it's time to fix up around home?
Miller Square. They'll get you squared away.
Harry Carey and Steve Stone as we go into the bottom of the 8th. Randy Myers is warming up in the bullpen.
And Brian Eversgerd is on the mound. He was acquired as one of the players that came over from St. Louis in the Ken Hill deal. Eversgerd, left-hander, not overpowering as you look at Randy, who will be given an opportunity to save his 2nd game of the year. Cubs have seen their lead cut to 1. Would dearly love yet another insurance run. This is the second outing for Eversgerd. Pitched 2/3 of an inning last time out, and they were spotless. There's the numbers from last year. And his career against the Cubs, pretty impressive.
Here's Grace. Mark is 1 out of 3. Hit the ball very hard the first 2 times up, then rolled into a double play. Curveball outside. Ground ball, fair. Nice play by Floyd. Floyd had to push the first base umpire, Dick Jackson, out of the way. He made quite a one-handed pickup.
This is an outstanding play. It looks like a 2-base hit for Mark Grace. But Cliff Floyd right there extricates himself from Dick Jackson and then flips it across. Dick Jackson saying, don't give me that forearm. I'll get out of the way.
Sosa on the first pitch. Throw to first. He's out. 2 up, 2 down. Boy, oh boy. Montreal's got their good hitters coming up. Floyd, Kelly, and Lou, the very middle of their batting order. Brian Efrisgerd is retired the first 2 men he's faced. With 2 outs, Sean Dunson with 2 out of 3. The Cubs have out hit. The Expos. There's a pitch in there, a strike call. Now the sun has gone behind a cloud. Over 32,000 here today. 32,909. Boy, the kind of baseball the Cubs have been playing, the exciting play kind of games they have. Will bring a lot more fans in next time. The pitch. A high pop fly, short right, going to be caught to retire the side. And Lou took care of Dunstan's fly ball. 1-2-3. And that is the first time the Cubs have been retired in order at the end of 8. Forward to 3 Chicago.
Chicago Cubs baseball is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, a convenient Midway Airport, the official airline of WGN-TV Sports. Fly Southwest, the low-fare airline.
What do you get when you fly the low-fare airline? Fun fares.
Well, you've waited so long for a fare to get so nice and low now. You really should fly.
Light up the night. Southwest Airlines' new fun fares are so low. Want to see that again? Now you can fly just for the fun of it.
Come along with us, 'cause we got a lot of things to do now. You really should fly. And you'll have fun, 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 flying Southwest on a fun fair today. Fun, fun, flying on a fun fair.
Park Avenue Ultra. Not only has it restored people's faith in the quality of American luxury cars, but it has a way of rejuvenating the soul as well.
Come on, tough guy.
Chuck Norris is Lone Wolf Mcrae. Tonight at 11:30 on WGN Channel 9.
Harry Carey at Wrigley Field. Cliff Floyd leading it off against Randy Myers. Going for a save. Slider outside. They have their best hitters, Floyd, Kelly, and Alou, coming up here in the ninth.
Randy picked up a save in Cincinnati despite giving up a run. He had 2 runs to work with that time. Just a run to work with this time.
There's a strike called at the knee. He has a percentage edge on Floyd, who's a left-handed hitter. Chicago boy from Thornwood High School in South Holland. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hold everything, folks. The Cubs are 3 outs away, but only 1 run lead. Swings and he misses. Now the pitch. A little bit outside. The Cubs were never over the 500 mark all of last year, and already have only played 2 games, and they're well above it, 2-0. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just barely missed with the slider. Is a dangerous hitter, Cliff Floyd. 3-2 pitch. Struck him out, call. And Floyd argues about it. Floyd called out on strike. Let's take a look at that pitch again.
Big call for Randy Myers and the Cubs. Cliff Floyd thought that it was low. Joe Padilla has been calling him down there all day long, and this is a big man to retire. We'll watch it again. And that's
it looked all right from there. I don't know. That looks pretty good to me.
Well, Rick Wilkins helped him out by moving it up just a touch.
Here's Roberto Kelly's strike call. Randy Meyer going for his 2nd save of the brilliant new season. There is Cliff Floyd, a little unhappy about that call. Strike called over the outside corner. And Randy seems to be throwing the ball much harder today. There is Kevin Foster.
He's got a vested interest in this one. It's his victory on the line.
The pitch, a little bit outside. Now Myers has been either hitting or missing the corners on practically every pitch. Going for the outside corners. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball to short. Dunston has it. Wild throw, but Grace comes up with it. Oh boy, oh boy. Dunston almost threw that ball away. Baseball is back indeed. So there's 2 away.
Great play by Mark Grace.
Boy, I'll say
it was a rifle shot of a throw by Sean Dunston. And Grace, with a gold glove at first base, just picks it out.
Well,
telling Sean you might want to keep it in the air all the way across next time. It's a lot easier.
I'll tell you one thing. Sean Dunston owes Mark Grace a dinner
Yes.
somewhere tonight.
Not even a question.
And there is Kevin Foster sweating through this one. He pitched brilliantly, allowed 3 hits, 2 runs in 6 innings. And Lou, boy, hold everything here. 1 ball, no strikes. And Lou Hasn't had a homer this year, but he hit 22 last year. A little bit outside. Now remember, Alou hits the ball to all fields. He's just as liable to hit one over the right field wall as he is over the left field wall. I am not trying to scare you folks, but that's the way it is. Strike call. Boy, the people on the house stops. And look at the one house stop. They got 3 levels now. 2 balls and a strike. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. Line drive, base hit, extra bases. And Alou is on his way to second base. The tying run at second with 2 away. Good thing he didn't get that ball in the air because he sure hit it hard enough.
It also makes that pickup by Mark Grace even more important as Myers throws a high fastball and Moises Alou rifles it into the left field corner. Now out comes Jim Riggleman. He wants to talk with Randy Myers.
Tim Laker is the hitter.
Don't forget, directly after the ball game, the GMC highlights in the 10th inning. We'll have scores, a quiz, and game highlights for you. And
now,
this has been one exciting ball game.
Now, Tim Laker is batting for the first time this year. Last season, he hit .309 with 12 homers. So he's a pretty good power hitter. Darren Fletcher, though, is a regular #1 catcher. The crowd alive on its feet. Strike over the outside corner. 1 strike to nothing. When whatever happens, Randy Myers really throwing the ball like you're accustomed to seeing Randy pitch. Good fastball. Now the pitch. Strike 2 over the outside corner. And the count is 0-2. Look at Foster. Look at the crowd. 1:20 game tomorrow. Broadcast time 1 o'clock. Listen to this crowd. To the count. A little bit outside. Again, Randy's aiming for that outside corner. The Buick game summary. Foster 6 innings, allowing only 3 hits, 2 of them home runs. Shane Andrews had a home run, a double, and Sosa hit a tremendous home run. That evens the count 2-2. Randy Myers on the hill. Foster, a young man's getting older by the second.
Not much expression on his face so far, but he'll have a sense of relief if Randy Myers can end it here with a flourish.
Cubs win! Cubs win! He struck him out. And Cubs have won the 3rd in a row. And there's Foster. He wants to get his hands on Randy Myers. And the Cubs are still on top in the Central Division of the net. Look at the fans. I know some of you fans may be still feeling a little bit of bitterness, and I don't blame you. But that's all past. You want to be part of this exciting scene, too. And I wish you forget your bitterness. Baseball is back, and hopefully you'll all be here because a lot of thrills here to see this team. And I don't know what Andy McPhail and Ed Lynch and Jim Riggleman have done, but boy, this is a different ball club. And every game, listen, now here's the last pitch. He swings and he misses. And every pitch, Randy hit that outside corner with that fastball and that slider.
And Harry, the fans were on their feet here. You would think it was a pennant clinching game. Over 32,000 fans at the ball game today. Many of them stayed for the last pitch. But the noise at the ballpark here showed that there is still a lot of enthusiasm for Cub baseball. I know attendance was down all over baseball, but today the fans came out. They were very excited with what they saw today. The Cubs have moved to 3-0. Randy Myers has a couple of saves. And once again, the Cubs played pretty solid baseball. There is a brand new enthusiasm in the clubhouse.
All right, folks, don't go away now. We got a special treat for you. Celebrating the Cubs' third victory in a row without a defeat. We're going to be talking to the winning pitcher, Kevin Foster, and he'll tell you in his own words what he was thinking about those last thrilling seconds with the game on the line. We'll be right back after this message.
Why'd the Whopper beat the Big Mac and Wendy's single in taste test? The Whopper from Burger King is flame broiled. It tastes like it's hot off the barbecue. And that makes people happy. Did you ever see sad people sitting around a barbecue? Never.
Come in and ask for the winning Whopper and get it for just 99 cents, only at Burger King.
To soothe athlete's foot, Desinex does it. But to cure athlete's foot, Desinex does it. Only Desinex has UDA to both soothe the discomfort and kill the fungus. To soothe and cure, Desinex does it all.
On average, you drive about 500 hours a year. That's like 21 straight days. Days and nights. And that's the reason for the all-new interior of the new Regal for $1995. 21 days. In most imports, that could be like a sentence. In the Buick Regal, it's more like a 3-week vacation.
Making it to the pros takes a certain level of excellence, the experience to get the job done right, and a reputation for quality. Like top-quality Champion spark plugs from CarQuest, Champion gets your engine started fast and running its best. No matter what you drive, Champion keeps you fired up and in the game. So for the best possible performance, install what the pros install. CarQuest. Welcome to the pros.
Boy, oh boy, this crowd's so excited. And the Cubs are still unbeaten. How about them Cubbies? It looks like the Rose Bowl this year. And we have one of the big stars of today's victory from nearby Evanston, Kevin Foster. Now tell me, we kept showing your face during those last seconds. What were you thinking about when Randy was facing the last hitter, Tim Linker?
Basically, I was just thinking, just get the ball over the plate and, let them put the ball in play because we've been playing great defense all day. So, if we let them put the ball in play, we got a chance.
Hey, I guess it's the way you pitchers feel now, 3 guys in a row have won. Randy has 2 saves. The first guy that loses, I guess you'll kick him around a little bit, won't you? Kidding me?
Yeah, a little bit.
Kevin, let me ask you a question. You went through 6 innings, and we all know that it was a very short spring. Looked to me like perhaps in that 6th inning, maybe you were losing a little zip, but you held him to just 2 runs. Did you feel strong all the way through 6, or were you ready to come out of this one after the 6th?
A little bit. I got tired near the end, but, I just tried to throw the ball over the plate and hopefully keep the ball in the ballpark. Early, I was up in the strike zone, and they hit a couple home runs, but as I settled down, I started to get the ball down a little bit, but near the end, I did get a little bit tired.
Kevin, there are some empty seats here, but no doubt this crowd was overly excited. This is a great ball game for him.
I think he's having a bit of a hard time hearing us down there because of the organ playing, Harry.
Let me ask Kevin, the 2 pitches that were hit out of the ballpark on Montreal, both fastballs or not?
Yeah, there were 2 fastballs. I got over the middle of the plate. I tried to throw the ball in the outside part of the plate, but I left it over the middle of the plate, and they was able to get to it and hit it out of the ballpark.
You know, you've been working on your curveball. You seem to have a good one today.
Yeah, it was all right. You know, I tried to, early in the game, I was trying to throw it a little bit too hard, but, you know, about the 3rd inning, I was able to get it down and maybe get it into the strike zone.
Kevin, talk a little bit about one of the problems last year. The Cubs didn't have a leadoff hitter, and they didn't have an everyday center fielder. They seem to have solved that in just one move with Brian Mcrae. Now, we saw his speed today, not only the double, which caromed off the pitcher, then he stole 3rd, and on the throw he came home. It turned out to be the winning run. But for all of you guys on the pitching staff, it has to make you feel pretty good to have a guy in center field like Brian Mcrae that you know can go get him to either side.
Oh, yeah. You know, we have confidence not only in Brian, but all the outfielders. And if he can get on base and create some things on the bases, you know, we got a chance. And with guys hitting like Gracie and we got Sammy and stuff like that. So, you know, hopefully if those guys get on base and start it off, you know, Gracie and, you know, all the other guys on the team will be able to hit them right.
Hey, Kevin, I know you're anxious to get home, get back to the dugout first, the clubhouse. And do you think they're dancing in the streets in Evanston right now?
I think so. I hope so.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right. We'll be back with more following this message.
It's Sears Days. Through Saturday, get the lowest prices ever on great brand name tires. Select Michelin, Bridgestone, Guardsman Plus, and more. Save from 5 to 30% only at Sears.
Come and save so many ways at Sears Days.
Why the Whopper be the Big Mac and Wendy's single in taste test? The Whopper from Burger King is flame broiled. It tastes like it's hot off the barbecue. And that makes people happy. Did you ever see sad people sitting around a barbecue? Never.
Come in and ask for the winning Whopper and get it for just 99 cents, only at Burger King.
What are you doing to stay fit? As a NordicTrack fitness consultant, I can help you plan a safe and easy workout that burns 850 calories an hour. Thousands of WalkFit owners do it every day.
I used to be in great shape, but now that I'm married,
I have less time to exercise. And when the twins arrived,
I couldn't always walk outside. It was either raining, too cold, or I was
waiting in line for the usual boring treadmill. Then I saw WalkFit on TV.
it's a lot better than an ordinary treadmill because it works both my arms and legs. And I love how easy it is to use.
There's no motor to brake. I control the speed by the pace I walk.
I get a terrific workout. It's great for my heart.
It relieves my stress. I've lost weight and toned my muscles.
And I've got my old speed back.
So don't just walk, walk fit.
Call today for your free video and brochure.
Here's the Budweiser play of the game. One of the longest home runs ever hit here at Wrigley Field by Sammy Sosa with a man on as the Cubs win their 3rd in a row, 4-3 over Montreal. A big home run by Sammy, and that's the Budweiser play of the game. The producer director of Cubs baseball is Arnie Harris. Our associate producer is Joe Corneo. The Cubs will try to make it 4 in a row tomorrow. The next game between these two teams, our telecast will get underway at 1 o'clock with the leadoff man. Stay tuned now for the 10th inning show that Steve will have for you in a moment. Harry Carey from Wrigley Field. The Cubs have won their first 3 in a row. How about them Cubbies?
Chicago Cubs baseball on WGN. Brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers, who reminds you friends know when to say when. Your local Buick dealers, the new symbol for quality in America. Your Chicagoland Builders Square. Stop on in, they'll get you squared away. Pepsi, nothing else is a Pepsi. Aflac, insuring over 38 million people worldwide. And by Southwest Airlines at convenient Midway Airport, the official airline of WGN-TV Sports. Fly Southwest, the low-fare airline.
Along with all the strengths of a GMC truck, the new Jimmy also offers a premium smooth suspension. No shakes, no jolts. It might just be the perfect way to start your day. The all-new Jimmy. Drive it at your GMC truck dealer.
Belushi, Eckroy. The Blues have never been so funny. It's the Blues Brothers. Saturday night at 7 on WGN.
The 10th inning. Brought to you by your local Chicagoland and Northern Indiana GMC truck dealers.
Welcome to the 10th inning. Two undefeated ball clubs went head-to-head today, and only one could emerge undefeated, and that one, the Cubs. They won another close one, their second one-run victory in a row. The Cubs now 3-0, doing most everything right, and today the third exciting ball game in a row. So stay with us. You'll love the highlights coming up after these messages.
Come to Chicago and hear gospel music at its best. Win a trip to the 11th Annual Chicago Gospel Festival for a family of 4, provided by the Quaker Oats Company. Fly United Airlines. Stay at the Tremont Chicago Hotel. Receive $400 cash plus VIP seating. Send a postcard with your name, address, and phone number to WGN-TV, 2501 West Bradley Place, Chicago, 60618. Experience the magic of the 11th Annual Chicago Gospel Festival.
The new Jimmy has all the strength of a GMC truck, including 50 advances in sound isolation. So it's easy to keep the outside world outside. The all-new Jimmy. Hear all about it at your GMC truck dealer.
Here are the GMC highlights, and before Kevin Foster had a chance to settle down, he was behind 1-0, courtesy of Rondell White. He went way back with this one after hitting 2 home runs all of last year. He goes long ball, and the Expos up 1-0, but it didn't stay that way long. After Ray Sanchez singles in the first inning, Sammy Sosa hits his first home run of the year, and a towering blast it was. 442 feet to left center field, and the Cubs are on top 2-1. They get another run. Great play by Shane Andrews, but the run scores and the Cubs up 3-1. Expos play long ball once again, and it is the aforementioned Shane Andrews hitting his second home run of the year in the 6th inning. That makes it 3-2. And this is where speed came in, and speed in the person of Brian Mcrae. But first, Ray Sanchez takes a look, and there's Brian Mcrae, who had run himself into a double. He steals third, comes home on the air, and it turns out to be the margin of victory because Shane Andrews doubles, making it 4-3, but Randy Myers picks up his second save, and that's as close as the Expos got. And we'll be back with a final word after these messages.
At GMC Truck, we built a reputation for truck strengths. A considerable advantage that also comes in this handy take-home size. Sierra from GMC Truck.
Why do I think the Whopper beat both the Big Mac and Wendy's single in taste tests? You kidding? The Whopper from Burger King's flame broiled. The others are fried. Let me elaborate. The Whopper tastes like it's hot off the barbecue, and that makes people happy. Come on, just talking about a flame-broiled Whopper makes me smile. Think about it. Did you ever see sad people sitting around a barbecue? Never.
Come in and ask for the winning Whopper and get it for just 99 cents for a limited time only at Burger King.
Coming next on WGN, a double dose of Full House, and then the White Sox looking for their first win of the year against the Red Sox. And the last pitch of the ball game, Randy Myers to Tim Laker. Strike three and a beauty. That's it. The Cubs now 3-0 in first place, and we'll see you tomorrow with the leadoff man at 1 o'clock. So long, everybody.
The 10th inning has been brought to you by your local Chicagoland and Northern Indiana GMC truck dealers.
Come on, tough guy.
Chuck Norris is Lone Wolf Mcrae. Tonight at 11:30 on WGN Channel 9.
Non-prescription pain reliever is proven to last longer than Advil.
Have you had your break today? We all need to get away. There's one place that's on your way. McDonald's is your break today. Have you had your break today? Easy does it McDonald's way. Taste the place, a smiling face. Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. Have you had your break today?
I've stopped playing baseball now, but my son Reed just signed a pro contract. Sometimes we go over his game, and if he asks, I tell him what I know. Like when your muscles get sore, take Advil. Just a couple are strong, fast, and work for me. And Advil's gentle on my stomach.
If it'll work on these old muscles, then I know it'll work on mine.
Nothing's been proven to last longer than Advil. Advanced medicine for pain.
Have you explored your world lately?
Morgen ga ik in de stille oceaan midden tussen de walvissen zwemmen.
Yesterday I climbed an ancient pyramid.
Viajé a un reino prohibido.
In 63 countries, in a world of ways. The Discovery Channel. Explore your world.
Here at Goodyear's biggest tire plant, we're gearing up for the tire sale you've been waiting for. It's our 25% off sale. Save 25% on selected Goodyear tires at participating retailers all across America. But hurry, this sale ends July 22nd.
At AutoZone, most of our customers are folks who like to work on their cars themselves. But the ones who come in most often are those who work on cars for a living. Guys like Ed Graven. Now, Ed's garage is in Ogden, Utah, where most of the time you'll find him pulling an engine or sliding under a car. And just about every day, he drives past a half dozen other parts stores on his way to AutoZone. Because Ed knows that when it comes to getting the right part for the right price, there's just no place better than AutoZone.
It is a beautiful afternoon, early evening in Chicago. And the Chicago Cubs and St. Louis Cardinals are about to have at it, and a big crowd is gathering here at Wrigley Field in the north side of Chicago. This is the fourth game of the series. The Cardinals won the first two, and the Cubs won yesterday in a wild ball game, 8-7. And the standings in the Central. Cincinnati, another win today, 5.5 up on Houston. The Cubs are in third. They just finished a terrible month of June. They went 9-20. And of course, the Cardinals have been in a free fall for a while, and they are bringing up the rear in the Central. Mike Jorgensen, the man who replaced Joe Torre. When Torre was fired, the Cardinals down near the bottom in most offensive categories. And of course, that's been part of the controversy with the Cardinals. because they lost some of their top hitters like Greg Jeffries, Todd Zeile, and Mark Whitten. Here is the batting order for the Cardinals. It'll be Geronimo Pena, just back from the disabled list, second base. Terry Bradshaw is in left field. Brian Jordan in right field. It'll be Ray Lankford hitting cleanup in center field. Scott Cooper, the former Red Sox third baseman, at third for the Cards. John Mabry at first base. Tripp Cromer for All-Star. Ozzie Smith at shortstop. Ozzie has been on the disabled list for a while. Scott Hemond is the catcher, and the pitcher 0-8 this year, still looking for number 1, Danny Jackson. Lake Michigan, and being outdoors in Chicago today, and there were people everywhere all along the shores of Lake Michigan, and it was just a great day to be alive.
John, I'll show you where I hit my one and only home run against Ferguson Jenkins.
All right.
Right center field, right there. The one and only home run I hit against Ferguson Jenkins.
Yeah, Fergie told me before the game, he said that Joe Morgan never hit him well.
In Cincinnati.
He said when you were with Houston, he thought maybe you hit him well.
I did. I hit him well when I was with Houston, but not Cincinnati.
Here is Jim Bullinger. He's on the mound as the Cubs take the field. Bullinger 4-1 with a 3.14 earned run average. And if you watch the College World Series every year, you saw him play shortstop a few years back in the College World Series. Jim Bullinger, he's got a wide variety of pitches, and he showed us his repertoire.
Yes, Johnny.
Okay, I used 2 different types of fastballs, one being the cross-seam fastball that I throw a lot to right-handers, and then I turn the seams around and hold it with the seams right here, and that's more of a sinking fastball. Then I also throw a couple breaking pitches, one slider, which I hold like so, and the curveball, which I go way up on the horseshoe and hold like so. I use a changeup, which I hold, which is called a circle change because of the index finger and the thumb make a circle and hold it like so and just release it like a fastball.
And the one thing about Jim Bullinger, he kind of reminds people here in Chicago of Ferguson Jenkins. He uses a pretty good sinking fastball and he changes speeds. That is what Ferguson Jenkins preaches. He is a new pitching coach, and the Cubs have done very, very well this year since he's been the pitching coach. And let's take a look at the defense for the Chicago Cubs. They needed a center fielder. They got a very good one in Brian Mcrae. No errors this season, but more than that, he just patrols that outfield here in Wrigley Field very well. Good player.
Brian Mcrae, one of the changes affected here